Hello there guys and girls, this is the Persian Prince with another Attila tournament match. And this is going to be the TWCL Autumn 2015 League, so to speak. And it is Group Stage, Group A, match between TakisSakkis of Sith and Hamilkar Barca of FG Clan. And in this particular game, TakisSakkis is controlling the Jutes and Hamilkar Barca is in command of the Saxons. Let's hit slow motion and go over the builds very quickly. So, the Jute army over here, we have Nordic Raid Leader Bronze 1 with Brace. Then we have 6 Nordic Horse Lords in total, looks like on the right flank. 1 gold 1. 2 gold 1 actually, and a silver 3 1 on the left. It looks like 2 gold 1 and 1 silver 3. Now we do have up front a bunch of Nordic band, looks like 6 Nordic band in total, and all the way in the back, well, we have 6 Huskarls. So this build is very strong for the Jutes here. Now let's go over the Saxon one. So we have a Nordic Warlord General with Brace, Bronze 3. Then we also have 6, oh no, that is wrong. We have 2 Heroic Cav on each flank, supported by a Nordic Horse Lord, again on each flank. Looks like no upgrades on them. Then we have a War Dog on each flank. We have a single Nordic Hurler unit for the Saxons. However, we do have a couple of Nordic band, looks like 1 on each flank, supported by Nordic Warriors, and then all the way in the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Nordic Axe Warriors. So, I mean, we shall see how this one is going to go, because obviously the Jutes are favored in this matchup against the Saxons. And I don't expect the Saxons to win this, but it would be amazing if they did. Like, they really, I mean, yes, they have Axe Warriors, and they are not terrible. They can do okay-ish against Huskarls, but Huskarls are still insane. We'll see. If he can get the proper Cav charges off onto the Huskarls, he should be good, but that's gonna be hard when he has the same amount of cavalry as his opponent, and his opponent is screening his Huskarls with the cavalry. I mean, that's not going to be easy at all. So here you can see an interesting move. These Nordic band moving up here, they're going to be releasing their volleys onto these units of the Saxons here. So yeah, Nordic band against Nordic Warriors. Well, we know who's gonna win this, and here looks like the Jutes the Nordic band of the Jutes are doing better here. These Nordic band getting focused by Nordic Hurlers, so it looks like they're gonna be off the field. The general of the Jutes is a bit far behind. He needs to move up and start using Brace where necessary. Here though, more Nordic band against Nordic band. Looks like this time around, yeah, the Nordic band's going to die. But Huskarl is going to engage here, and here's the thing: if Huskarls get in a blob without getting charged by Nordic Axe Warriors, they will do infinitely better than Nordic Axe Warriors. Okay, maybe not. And here's a mistake by the Jutes though. They got their Huskarls charged in the flank by Nordic Axe Warriors. That is not good at all. And here the War Dogs actually were released and are killing the Nordic band. That is funny. Here though you can see both Nordic band dying, but the Nordic Axe Warrior is not getting charges off. Here we get a charge off onto the Huskarls though, but I don't know why both players keep their cavalry so far behind on that flank. They should have engaged into those Huskarls with the cavalry. And it looks like here a mistake by the Jutes, giving an attack order directly onto that Nordic Horse Lord over there. Here looking very good for the Jutes though. It looks like the Huskarls are just going to pull through in this engagement. Oh, Nordic Horse Lord's getting a free charge off onto this cav, so that is not good at all for the Saxons. More engagements going on over here. Looks like the Heroic Cavalry getting charged by Nordic Horse Lords and no counter charge. But this is a very close game. Oh, this Nordic Horse Lord going into this one with it, and this one does not get a charge once again. The Nordic Raid Leader General is now rapid advancing into the fight. Over here you can see the Heroic Cavalry is actually going to lose to Nordic Horse Lords because the Nordic Horse Lords are so well upgraded. Here you can probably see this axe warrior just rear charging the Nordic Horse Lords or going straight for the Nordic Warlord General. But this game is very close right now. This Huskal is going to get charged by Nordic axe warriors, not good. Looks like a counter charge at the final second, but I don't know if it's actually going to be worth it. Frenzy activated on this axe warrior, so it should beat the Huskal there. But on the left flank, it's looking very good here for the Jutes. They're going to be breaking those heroic cavalry here, and the Nordic axe warriors are just going to die here to those Huskars. Looks like the same thing is happening here. But there's going to be this heroic cavalry unit that is still around for the Saxons that could potentially change things. It's going to go for a charge, but this charge is not the best charge against the Nordic Horse Lords, not the best angle. And I mean, he could have rear charged this Nordic Horse Lord instead and then pulled out and gone for these units instead. Because I mean, he was much closer to rear charging this single unit, and this unit is keeping away 3 of his. But at this point, it's still looking horrible for him, so I don't think it's really gonna make a difference here. But let's see. So cav on cav, but obviously gold 1 Nordic Horse Lord is going to do very well against the heroic cav here, with another Nordic Horse Lord and this Nordic raid leader that's coming in right now. But as you can see here, these Nordic Horse Lords did their job, so they just need to go around and hit this heroic cavalry. Then Nordic Horse Lords charging the Saxon general here. That is going to be simply brutal. And the Nordic Warlord is not liking this at all. We have Headhunt activated on this Nordic Horse Lord, so just gonna stay in for 30 seconds into the fight against this single unit. But now the general of the Saxons is going to end up dying. Their cavalry units are going to be routing soon, but they are using Headhunt, so not so soon, I guess. Let's just watch these guys here duke it out. Can't really tell who is who. I guess you have to look at the shields to realize. And these guys are yeah, it's difficult to say. But yeah, TakisSakkis, as expected, winning the first game with Jutes against Saxons. A bit close though. Closer than expected, I suppose. The Axe Warriors did do a mighty fine job this game. That seems like it was not enough. Lots of kills on the Huskars as expected, and Nordic Raid Leader 2. That's essentially the the 7th Axe unit of the Saxons. But yeah, that is game 1. Currently 1-0 to TakisSakkis, for TakisSakkis, and I shall see you in game 2. The second game of the match between TakisSakkis and Hamilkar Barca. TakisSakkis is in command of the Sassanids, and Hamilkar Barca is in command of the Vandals. Oh yeah. So we'll see how this one actually plays out. Time to put it in slow motion. But I really like the Sassanids here. We'll see how they actually work though. We have the silver 1 Spachbed General with brace for the Sassanids. As for the rest of the units, well, we have 3 Pushtigman Cataphracts, bronze 1 on the left, 3 Pushtigman Cataphracts, bronze 1 on the right. Now, in terms of the actual infantry units, well, a mix of Dalemite Warriors and Elite Dalemite Warriors, it seems. 2 Dalemite Warriors in the center, then looks like 2 Dalemite Warriors with an Elite Dalemite on the left flank. Then on the right, 2 Dalemite and an Elite Dalemite. So, yep, that is basically the Sassanid build here. I like it. Very, very strong cavalry. It's a huge rush build. Now, for the Vandals here, we have the Germanic Nobles General with brace, of course. We have up front 2 Germanic Pikes supported by a bunch of Germanic Archers. Looks like 4 Germanic Archers. Pretty good choice here. Let's see the rest of the forces though. We have a bunch of Vandal Berserkers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Vandal Berserkers. We do have 2 Sarmatian Spear Dogs on the field. Interesting choice. Then in terms of the cavalry contingent, well, we have, looks like 6 Noble Olani Cav. All of them are upgraded. Looks like 4 of them are silver 1 and then 2 are bronze 3. So let's see how this one plays out. And I mean, it's just gonna be a straight up rush from the Sassanids. This is pretty obvious here. Not a single skirmish unit for the Sassanids. Well, this looks like the Spachbet is just going to go around the flanks. And, I mean, the Sassanids do have an extra cav unit here because I believe the general is not included in the limit. So, that's 7 cav for the Sassanids. 7 strong cav, mind you. So now it looks like these cav units are getting shot at with flaming shot and precision shots. So that's not great for the Sassanids, actually. But I wonder if it is going to make a difference. These Dalemite warriors here are destroying Germanic pikes with their javelins. And now it looks like a cav engagement is going to start here. Pushtigman cataphracts pushing on forward, but they're a bit slowed down because of the Germanic archers. They should still destroy this Alani cav though, I think, at least on the charge. Kind of weird how these guys went in behind, but still look at the noble Alani cav drop in numbers significantly after the charge. A little bit of a mistake here, the Dalemite warriors being a bit too slow, and they're actually moving in extremely slowly. This Germanic pike got crushed by Dalemite warriors though. Looks like Vandal Berserkers against Dalemites over here. And the Vandal Berserkers getting in first here against the Pushtigman cataphracts is not good for the Sassanids. But a nice charge here by this Pushtigman cataphract against the Noble Lani. War Dogs are engaging the Pushtigbans here. The General of the Spachbet is a bit far out, so he needs to be pulled in. The Elite Dalemites are going to be supporting this fight, so this fight is definitely going to be won by the Sassanids. But in the center is I just wonder, but the Pushtigman destroyed here this single sword unit here, which I cannot see what it is. Yeah, I cannot see what it is. Over here, the Vandal Berserkers are going to be crushing this unit. The Noble Lani cav did not pull back in time. Nice charge here by the Pushtigbans into the Vandal Berserkers, going to do significant amount of damage. We need to see these cav units starting to do something. Looks like they're going to go into the Vandal Berserkers, and once they do, the Vandal Berserkers are just going to get completely stomped. And this Pushtigman cataphract is getting significant kills as well. Noble Lani cavalry here pulling out, so they did lose a couple of men, and they need to go around and start rear charging or something, because right now this is just not going to work like this. And the Pushtigmans here now activated steady, so they're just tanking out even further here, doing so well for themselves. And this general charging into the Noble Lani cav, not the best charge, should have actually gone around, but it shouldn't really matter at this point. Pushtigmans here did not get a charge off against the Noble Lani. That is not good for the Sassanids. Sassanids have a Pushtigman cataphract that came around. It needs to be sent in. And more Noble Lani on the field for the Vandals, but they're not really doing anything here. They're just walking around, running around, not doing much. I wonder what they're gonna hit actually. They could probably go for this force over here and just route that Sassanid part of the army, but they stopped for a bit, and that's not good. Looks like the Germanic archers are targeting these cavalry units of the Sassanids over there. This cav charge here with the Noble Lani cav, I don't think this was good to send those units here. I mean, I think it would have been better to just rear charge those units and route them quicker, and then keep rear charging all these units. Because now it means these Pushtigbans got a free cav charge onto these Noble Lani, and that's not good. Like, this engagement is gonna take a while. I mean, honestly, he should have just sent the Noble Lani to crush all these sword units. It would have been so easy for him to do that, but he did not. Instead, he started the cav fight. I mean, it's still going to... He's still beating this Pushtigman, but I think it would have been a much better trade for him had he gone on the other side and just attacked all those swords and routed them, because those engagements would have finished much quicker, because he would have done much more damage on the charge against infantry units, and he would have had a much higher impact there with the Noble Lani, I think, anyway. In my opinion, these Berserkers are just fresh because they're not routing. I mean, they're in Berserk mode, so they're gonna do fairly well here, even if they're very few. So now the Vandals are engaging the rest of the troops here of the Sassanids. These Sassanid troops, kind of not sure what they're doing. They're not really fighting properly. They're very blobbed up. Here the Noble Lani tanking it out against Pushtigbans, but with Dalemite support, it's not gonna look good for the Vandals over there. But here the Alans are clearly winning the left flank. More engagements happening. Pushtigban Cataphract charge stopped by Noble Lanikav, but I think they still made it into the rear of this unit. Looks like they did not. They barely got any kills. So yeah, and now this Pushtigban is going to route off the field. But the Germanic Archer is not quite sure why they're going into melee over here. This is not good at all. But this Germanic Archer is going to be instrumental here if the Vandals want to win. Nice charge here, but that means this Lanikav is going to be off the field. Spachwit still taking damage to this Germanic Archer. And here these units have not yet been routed for the Vandals, for the Sassanids. All these units are still wavering for the Sassanids, but oh, this Noble Lanikav actually going in here to stop all these units. We'll see if it's a good move. I mean, if the Spachwit General dies, this could be huge. Now these Berserkers here activating Rapid Advance, they're gonna go for a charge onto these Daylamites. Just a couple of them should still do significant damage and could rout them off the field. I can't believe these elite Daylamites over here are still alive. They're just taking so long to kill. But finally, at this point, looks like this cav charge from the Sassanids with the Spachwit should just rout the Germanic Archer off the field. This poor Germanic Archer is not liking it. So many kills on the Spachwit General. Very, very impressive. These Pushtigmans, though, got caught by Sarmatian Spears. But at this point, just not a lot of units left on the field for the Vandals. Looks like the Spachwit General charge should just finish up this engagement fairly quickly. But does it even matter? No, it looks like they're just going to rout off the field. So it is going to be a 2-0 for TakisSakkis, but I suppose one could say fairly close games between these two players. Despite the 2-0, and again, Pushtigban's doing a massive job here against the Vandals. Even the Vandals getting a lot of kills on a lot of units, but the Germanic Archers didn't seem to pay for themselves. But yeah, that is game and match. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment or subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.